Welcome back to Panzer Dragoon Saga. What fun do you think we'll experience today?
I
Panzers,
think
Dragoons, Sagas. It's
I
all here.
think that there will probably be low polygon monsters trying to eat us.
Maybe. It
Some of
is
them
popsicle.
may fart purple gas at us as well.
Well, we'll see what happens.
That has there's a track record of that happening.
It's
in this
happened at
game.
least once. So I believe our next destination was the caravan. Can I pet my dragon? Yes. Always pet the dragon when it's possible, because why wouldn't you, you fucking monster?
Yeah, why even play this game if you're not going to do that?
Like I said, the best thing about this game are the happy dragon noises.
I feel like this game, it's called Panzer Dragoon. I feel like it sort of self-selects for like the type of people who are going to be wanting to pet a dragon.
And there's people at the caravan.
新しいハンター
Low poly people.
俺たちと一緒に来るんだろ
いや、そういうわけじゃないけど。
なんだつまんねえのまあいいや俺演歌食ってんだよろしくなハンターの兄ちゃん
Yeah. Just a lot of people, a lot of flavor text and whatnot. It's
There's
good.
some
It's some
very
good RPG shit.
very pretty TPs. Or whatever they are.
Yeah, like tents.
Very pretty tents. This guy's however, the inside of this tent is slightly disorganized. I
Yeah, a
would say.
little bit.
英国の金なんかこっちからお断りだよ。もうろくなものは残ってないよ。
So he don't like me, because I'm an imperial dude. Even though the Empire kinda fucked me over, but you know.
Just come back, just take your shirt off, put on like a pair of funky glasses, and then just pretend you're someone different.
Yeah. Like, put on a fake mustache and everything.
Put on a hat that says party.
like Knuckles from Sonic
From that
Inflation
game.
Adventure.
Yeah, that was a deep cut.
Yeah, that was released right around the same time as Sonic Dreams Collection, right?
I don't know. That was a Flash game, I
うち
think.
の娘に何する
No, it was made by Sega.
ちょい
Oh, right.
うちの娘に何するつもりだい
I want
I-
to talk
I
to your
think it-
daughter.
今度は何しに来たんだい私たちのことはもうほっといておくれ
So yeah, nobody likes me here. It's cool.
Damn.
"あんたもさっきの奴らの仲間か?" そのペンダントは
Pendanto.
なんだガッシュの仲間か。わしはまたさっきの奴らかと。なら話は別だ。とりあえず座ってくれ。クレイメンか。ガッシュのやつ、たまに誰かよこしたと思えば、いつも面倒を持ち込みよる。まったく。クレイメンかどうかは知らんが、
Every time I hear them say Craymen.
本当に
You've done this to me, I hope you realize.
Well,
皆が先
I
立って
didn't do
おるの
anything.
は
Yes, you
そのせ
did.
いだ。奴ら
You're
か
the
ら
one who
鍛え
said, I'm not Craymen. Stop calling me Craymen.
禁止区域
Yeah, well, I mean, but I didn't, you know, it's not my fault that that rhymes with gay man.
旧世紀の遺跡があるらしいんだが、自由に飛行することが難しくて、帝国軍も
What do you
Well, for
expect
pointing
from
it
me?
out.
噂じゃ見たことのない構成生物も出るらしいんで、禁止区域と呼ばれておる。まあ、放っておいたって、奴らも構成生物どもにやられるってことだ。
それでも僕は行きます。クレイメンにせめて一撃でも加えたい。
The fucking drama.
がある。あんたをそこへ連れて行くことはできんが、まあ、できる限りのこと
Hey,
は
they're gonna give us AIDS.
バイ
No.
カにとっておきの武器を売るように言っておく。
Alright, now we can
やつなら
access the
旧
merchant.
世紀のことも多少は知って
The merchant.
Not the
見た目
RE4
はともか
merchant.
く
This was long
中
before
身は
that.
頼りになるやつだからな。
Even though he's apparently shady.
ありがとう。
Maybe it'll be like, since this is a Sega game, maybe it'll be that little Chow with the dark sunglasses from
ただ
Adventure.
This was even before Sonic Adventure. That was on the Dreamcast.
禁止区域で拾ったも
I
の
suppose you're
を
right.
わしらに売ってくれんか。
But I mean, you know,
Yeah,
that Chow,
you
he
got
could have been
Tarino.
born before then.
Were
you
Chows
know.
introduced in Sonic Adventure?
Possibly.
This might have just been before Chows were even a thing.
God damn it, I watched the Cyber Shell video. I should know this. He's got a whole video talking about the history of Chow.
It's that dude.
Oh. Well, he doesn't like us.
Well, the other guy told us that he'd tell him to sell shit to us.
よろしくね。何かいい品物があったら見せてくれ。高く買い
But can we trust this guy? I mean, like, you know, I know he's like, oh, I have to sell stuff to you, but like, you think he's gonna really give us the good shit?
Well, he's got to. What else is he gonna do?
He could just, like, you know, he could hide the good shit.
Ancient currency, no monetary value, but can be exchanged for some money. Makes sense. Body fluids of a predator, used in hydraulic movement. I'm just kind of skimming the descriptions to make sure I'm not selling anything I need. And I need to keep one of those so I can tell when enemies are near on my radar.
何かあったら
Oops, I meant to buy something.
な
Oops, buy... I can buy the mauler, which I already have, and some other crap that I don't need.
な
Okay.
んだ。取引なしか。
And you may have noticed our next destination is going to be the Forbidden Zone. All the way over here. And we don't need any of these tutorials because we're badass.
So, what's up with the giant you know, whatever that was. That kind of just looked like when you're in elementary school and they have the gym unit where you have the big parachute.
I think that's the security system.
No, it's a big parachute
Oh, okay.
or whatever. You know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
What is it, like a big flag, and then you just like run around under the flag?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
It is entirely plausible that there are like Estonian people watching this who are like, "What the fuck is he talking about?"
Is Estonia going to be the running joke of this playthrough?
Boy, as we established, well, that Estonia was from a previous. That was
Oh.
from I think that
The
was
Croc.
during the
Playthrough.
Croc /
Wipeout.
Wipeout stream. I don't know. But as we established in that stream, that's where most of our viewer base is from.
Yes.
You know, at least the ones that are not American, which is to say, Pavo.
You're saying Capo's not American?
No, I'm saying he's the only American.
Ah, okay.
Oh yes, all the Estonian viewers are probably like, parachute.
Trying to remember
what
how
are
to do this.
those wacky Americans up to?
Like that. Just die. Oh, come on. This fight did not go well. We can probably do that much faster.
That's all right. Practice makes perfect. And you know what that means?
What?
Is that if you fucking practice, you will not make mistakes ever.
Oh, okay.
That's my expectation. Whoa.
That's funky.
What are they? Why are we looking at them in X-ray vision now?
I don't know. They have their evasion system on. I'm seeing what that means.
We got like our night vision goggles on.
So I gotta go for the one bigger horn than the others. Oh wait, I think I see it right there. There we go. And the rest will do that. Oh, I missed it, okay. It was that one. Now the evasion system's not gonna turn on when I go to their backs. That's how that works.
Yeah.
And let's just heal some HP, because I kind of need to do that. I'm not quite going off the map yet, but I'm about to, so let's go back on track here. Alright, yeah, Bighorn guy is going to be on the left. There we go. That's how that's supposed to work.
Yeah.
See, we're good at video games. Excellent. Music's funky. How do you feel about this water?
It looks,
Really goofy when I'm moving.
I'm trying to decide if this is a good color or a bad color for seawater to be.
And it's dark out.
It's very dark, so it's kind of hard to judge.
Hold on a sec. Okay, eventually they'll move. Maybe they'll eventually move. Will they ever move?
Move, bitch! Get
Yeah,
out the way!
there we go. I can just laser all I want. Oh, come on. Haha, you missed, ho. There we go. Could have gone a little better, but I fucked up, so. And we just gotta activate the rest of these thingies. I'm curious, what happens if I drop a holy sphere? Will that hit the ones that are underwater? No, it won't. Okay. Good to know.
Doing a little experimentation with your play style.
Yeah. Why not?
Living
I
on
can't
edge
do
during this stream.
anything against these guys right now until they do that.
They have fallen for my clever trap, which is to wait for them to do something stupid.
Well, they were doing that so they could attack me because I was in their safe zone, but that also exposed their weak point. Their faces, not their asses. What the fuck is this?
A pile of I don't know, polygons. All right, well,
We know what to do here.
yeah.
Also, I should just mention, because we didn't mention on stream, Jorge Lopez is a fuck.
Yeah, seems like it.
I found it funny how you said that, because, like, every comment that I was reading about him on that John Boy video was like, fucking hate this guy. He's a piece of shit. Why the fuck did the Nats take him?
Yeah, I don't know why.
And, one thing in the video
the
that John
bullpen's
Boy
not very
couldn't lip
good.
read, somebody else said that they thought the manager for the Nats was saying he brings us down. So yeah, it seems like you're not the only
Actually-
one that thinks that.
Actually, what that coach was saying was down into town.
Or was he calling him a meth head?
maybe. No, I'm not gonna say that because I don't want to get sued for. I don't want to be liable for slander.
You don't want to be
No.
accused of liability of slander.
Yeah. Because as we know, ignorance of the law is
Ignorant
not,
of the law is not an excuse.
is not an excuse.
転送装置の封印が強制解除されました。再起動を実行します。
I Let's go back north. Probably gotta interact with that. Don't know what's going on here, but can't be good. Alright, now we fight Craymen's elite guard.
あれはクレイメン艦隊。追いついた。ドラゴン型構成生物を確認。
何そんなバカな南無縁各員第一種戦闘配備
Alright, so as soon as they move, I got all my gauges charged, so you know what I do. Let me make sure I'm getting... There we go, right point there. Cursor flashes when you're on a weak point. Gotta make sure you're on that, so you're not hitting the wrong parts of the ships.
Oh shit. We're gonna have to wait for him to go into the same position again.
We're good.
護衛艦撃沈。
本艦のみか
If I were to give some advice to the enemies in this game, it would be, hey, when you get shot in your weak point and then you move to a point where your weak point is not exposed, don't go back to the position you were in where your weak point was exposed. You should stay unexposed.
So basically, the idea with this ship is you gotta go back here to trigger that homing mine, and you'll just keep going back to the side to laser him. Eventually, something's gonna happen. Eventually, he's gonna drop the mine, but because I'm not behind him, it's just gonna hit nothing. So we're just going to get that going again. Keep him in the cycle. Keep pounding them.
Indeed.
Now that it's going to be recharging the mines, we can just stand back here and chill out for a little bit. He's going to try to reposition himself so we're in a dangerous zone, but we know better. And I've got 2 gauges, so why not just throw a good old holy sphere at him? Yeah, that wasn't great damage. Probably not worth it. That was what, 114 for that berserk attack.
I don't remember.
Pretty sure it was 114. And a single class of the lasers is 152. Yeah, absolutely not worth using the berserk. You saw, if I hang out on the sides there when the homing mine isn't ready, he's gonna fire some tracer guns at me, so you do gotta keep kind of changing your position around this boss. Music's getting a little industrial here.
Yeah, you should fucking sample this.
That'd be kind of cool, actually.
よし行動を下げろ
Wonder if anyone's uploaded the soundtrack of this game to YouTube or something.
Oh,
It is quite a good soundtrack.
Let me see here. It looks like there are a few different uploads.
Okay.
総員大変
Alright, we got an excellent for there. Cool, cool. And we leveled up. And we get a cutscene.
Craymen クレイメンはやつはどこだ。
愚か者め私はおとりに過ぎん閣下は今頃塔にお前はあの時のよくここまで追ってきたものだだがそれもここで終わりだあとは彼女か
彼女
Oh.
Hello. It's the girl.
It's Goral.
She has her own Dargon, which is probably not good.
What if she had a Dargon that was shaped like her hair?
That would be dope.
She's got like a fucking swoop dragon. Kinda does look like her
あ
hair.
の人の敵は私の敵
Little bit, yeah. Same
それ
shape.
だけだ。
人クレイメンのことか。
Fucking up the aerodynamics of my dragon so that it can look like me.
I mean, it's cool.
なぜクレイメンの味方をする。
答える必要はない。
Alright, so. Her back and front are dangerous, but her tail is her weak point, so we do want to laser that when we have full
Why are we
gauges.
fighting our waifu?
She's attacking us.
What the fuck? Give Geese a chance, man.
We just charge our gauges on the sides. That should be some really good damage here. That might end it, actually. Nope, not quite. Didn't realize I was only into the orange. Alright, and now we need to move to the front immediately. She's gonna do that. We get hit by that, we are gonna take quite a bit of damage.
Oh my.
The front is the only safe spot. So now we can just go back here and probably kill her. Well, not kill her, but you know.
We're gonna fucking murder this bitch.
あたりにまだ完全に目覚めていないのか。仕方がない。
I'll see you in hell, you weird hair
I
motherfucker.
didn't kill her. Just made her go away for a while. Did get an excellent on the fight, which is good.
You think that this waifu lady was like, she watched Pokemon when she was a kid and she saw Jesse's hair and she was like, I want that.
Who didn't? And we've completed
Ah.
Disc 1. We cannot continue the adventure until we save our game.
Okay, well,
Yeah, this is a multiple disc game.
I But yes, to answer your question about, or not your question, to respond to your statement about how who didn't respond to Jesse's hair by one. That's why I style my hair exactly like Jesse from the Pokemon anime. It looks just like that.
There we go. That's how we get to actually look at the image in the background. Check that out. Each disc has its own artwork at the end.
Yeah, and obviously we have multiple physical discs. That's how we're doing this. Obviously.
I mean, I don't have my American copy of this game with me. It's at the shop right now, but trust me that I ripped my own copy. But the most that I've ever spent on a game was actually my Japanese copy of Panzer Dragoon Saga for $100. I got my American copy for free. It was given to me by a man in a strange jacket.
He went, "What are you buying?"
Exactly. Oh, we're gonna eject the disc. Load new disc.
Yes.
Disc 2.
You have your disc at the shop. It's having, you're getting the brakes replaced on it.
Yep.
They said you needed to do that for it to pass its disc inspection.
So yeah, that's why I'm not playing on hardware right now. The only reason why. Well, we can go back to the caravan.
I love buying physical media. I would never emulate, ever.
I mean, I do enjoy buying physical media. I also quite enjoy emulation. I think both have their own place together, actually.
Indeed.
I mean, completely avoiding all facetiousness, I actually have ripped my entire disc library and digitized it.
What do you think this fucking guy thinks about emulation?
Let's ask him.
新しい品が入ったよ。今度の獲物を使ってこしらえたんだ。
I didn't say anything about it, so I guess no opinion. Let's see. Can I sell much of anything? A few things. There's a Gibson lens.
A Gibson?
Gibson with a P. And some Fiener armor.
Yeah, it's a Gibson Les Ball.
Some Liquern eyes.
What?
Liquern? L-I-C-K-U-E-R-N. Fucking Lickitung eyes.
The eyes of a predator.
And what can I buy? Good sir. Some, let's see, it looks like, what are those called? Whatever they're called. Status ailment healers. Blast
chip. So that we can flash people.
Hell yeah, I need one of those. I don't know what that does, actually. And he's got some new gun parts.
So you can flash people, obviously.
Oh, okay.
You've heard, you've heard of hot chip. This is flash chip.
Ah. All women know how to do is eat hot chip and lie. I know that.
I only know how to eat flash chip and lie.
So we got the High Vulcan, which increases firepower more so than the Mauler, and we can also buy...
Danger! High Vulcan!
Oh god. We can buy the Berserk Leech, which, it's not that good. It just drains, BP, which is like mana in any other RPG from your enemies. It's unless you're using a lot of Berserk skills, it's just not that useful, and even then, it doesn't do that much damage, so...
BP is also an oil company.
That is true, and we don't want to fuck with that.
We don't like them.
And we got the Sniper, which does heavy damage to weak points. We're gonna take the High Vulcan right now.
Not only is BP an oil company, it's also a British oil company.
That is true. Oh wait, if I sell the Mauler... I still don't have enough, never mind.
何かあったらまた寄ってくれよ。
Yeah, we don't want to fuck with British people.
They're super not good.
Now that we're kind of friends with these people, let's go back to this tent where nobody wanted to talk to me.
すいません。仕事があるので。
She's a lot friendlier now.
たちはゾアの森を目指してるんだよ。あの森なら楽に暮らせるだろうからね。
でも森には必ず構成生物が。
あんた経典読んだことないのかい？ゾアの森は特別なんだよ。神様の力で守られてるのさ。大きな町もあるって話だよ。
そんな場所が本当にあるのか？
この辺の行商人に聞いたんだけどね、みんな一度は買い付けに行くんだってさ。ずっと東に進めばたどり着けるはずだよ。
One thing that I do like about this game is that it didn't go the silent protagonist route. And it makes conversations like that a lot more natural than just NPCs exposition dumping with absolutely no feedback, you know what I mean?
構成生物
I do,
食べれ
yes.
ばうまいもんさ。料理の仕方に
Oh,
コツがいるけどね。
She cooked up some of that flounder we killed.
Hell yeah, brother.
お話なら
I don't know if I'd want to eat any of the monsters in this world. They're all kind of hideous.
Yeah, it might just be the polygons.
I don't know, man. You think that, like, Joker fish that was flying in the air, you think that tastes good?
Maybe if you remove the purple glands.
You think there's any chance that thing doesn't taste like fucking poison?
体が弱いからしょうがないんだけどさ。
Okay, so I just gotta keep, like, spam talking to
お
this
話
girl.
なら
Trust me, it'll pay off eventually.
すいません。お話な
God, I can't believe this game makes us talk to girls.
Over and over. Oh, she's
What
not
the
allowed to talk
fuck?
to strangers. That's a new one.
生ま
We're
れ
not
て
strange.
出たことがなくって旅
We're
に
very normal
ずっと心細かった
Imperial
んです
dragon boys.
ずっと一人で旅してるんですか？一人で寂しくない
We're so normal they tried to kill us.
ごめんな
That's
さい
the only reason.
よその人と
They were like, fuck this guy.
私
He's not twisted enough for our group.
ずっと一人で旅し
As we know, totalitarian, governments and empires, they hate when people fall into line. They only want people who are special
ご
boys.
めんなさい
Nonconformists, too.
私
Yeah, they love
ずっと
nonconformity.
一人ごめんなさい
Trust me, there's a point to this.
If you say so.
ごめんなさい外の世界
There, she's no longer afraid of the outside world. Oh, I
Oh,
accidentally
shit.
skipped the dialogue, so she shut up, but...
He just kept yelling at her until she decided she wasn't afraid anymore.
Yep.
暗喩のお伝えに聞きました狩りに出るのって命がけなんですね外の世界
And we gotta keep talking.
また
Oh, wait, I think that's it. Okay, that's all we had to do. At least with her. Yes, there was a reason for that. No, it's not going to make much sense right now. Alright, now I want to wait till night. I do have a walkthrough open just because there's some stuff like that that's a little, I'm not gonna remember to do things like that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of just weird side quests in this game that I know I was just praising how talking to NPCs works, but that's an example where it's like...
Can we just take a second to appreciate how good this looks?
You're being serious, or...?
Yeah, this looks good. I like this.
Okay.
This sort of like blue contrast.
Yeah, it's a
with
cool
the
vibe.
fire. I know, I'm so sarcastic all the time. It's hard to know when I'm fucking... But no, I think this looks good. I like the atmosphere of this little hub.
Looks like that guy's a hunter.
But yes, all Count does is eat hot chip and use walkthroughs.
Yes.
俺たちみたいなのを受け入れ
Listen, I've been in this game like 3 times by now. I know what I'm doing.
禁止区域にドラゴンが出たんだってな英国軍が
It's
慌
nice
てて
to...
調べに行った
It's,
らしい
isn't
ぜ
it nice to play a game that's not fucking balls hard? Or-
Yeah.
Or, utilizes the most jank fucking physics and controls?
And there's a little bit of goofiness going on, but...
Just a game that works and has a normal level of difficulty progression.
It's crazy.
We should do this more often.
ばらした獲物はバイカにも回しておいた。奴のテントに行ってみるといい。何かこしらえとるかもし
I
れ
mean,
ん。
when's the last time we played a game that was like
これほどの獲物が手に入
relatively,
るな
you know,
ドラゴンの
relatively easy, or and I don't want to say easy, but like, you know, something that was
Chill.
not
なかなかいい
Siren.
狩りだ。これでしばらくは食っていけるな。
You know, I'm just thinking like, Dark Souls, Siren, Silent Hill 4.
Yeah.
ばらした獲物
Well,
Like, oh shit.
I mean, we did Homecoming after 4, but yeah. 4 was a while
Croc.
ago.
You mean Origins?
Origins, that's right. We can't remember the name of that game. Shit.
I don't remember playing Homecoming.
だぜ
Then again, I don't think I would if we did.
緊縮
I mean, we played Croc, the hardest game ever made.
Yeah.
しかしこん
Okay, once again, I just gotta keep talking to this guy, I guess.
Yeah, definitely. Sometimes
緊縮域に
we bite off a little more than we can chew, and by we I mean you.
Yeah.
'Cause, you know, I don't play these games.
ちょっと頼まれてくれないか
Okay, yes, I can do him a favor.
わかったどんなような
If I actually gamed on my channel, I'd probably just it would be the same 3 games.
Hey.
ただし
Yeah, I'm
Every
trying to
single
avoid that.
適当にごまかしといてくれ
That's not true. There are a handful of games that I feel like I have some level of expertise
そ
on.
りゃあんたにやるよ
I think it's also sometimes fun to just try some shit that I haven't done before on stream. Doesn't always go somewhere, but
Yeah, like Silent Hill Homecoming.
Jesus. Alright, well, I think we've done everything we need to in here.
Or
Nice.
Balls 3D.
Balls 3D. We haven't played that one yet.
We haven't. What system
I
was
say
that on?
yet. That was on a bunch of systems. That was on Super Nintendo. It was on, I think it was on PS1. I think it was on Genesis. I don't fucking remember, man.
I mean, there's tons of, if we wanted to just play trash. Like, do you still have your copy of Extreme Paint Brawl?
Yes, I do. I don't know how well it would work on modern computers, but I might be able to fuck with that. We'll see.
Hmm?
Alright,
You want to talk about a good soundtrack?
なんだよあんたハンターから買うものはないよ
ハンターなどに用はないよ
well, these guys don't like me either.
What did we do? Everybody that we walk up to is like, fuck you.
Suck my
Really?
dick, bitch.
We didn't
Fuck
do
you.
anything. We got bonked on the head, shot. We killed a bunch of hideous monsters, which probably is a net good for the public, and everybody's just like,
Alright,
kiss
let's
my anus.
Stop near the entrance. Where is the shop?
Stick your tongue right in my anus hole, you little twink. Fuck you. It's like, what the hell?
They're like, man, fuck you and your bone spurs.
Exactly. And that was a dog. Like, what the hell?
Hello.
お前新顔だな。
I walked up to a 3-year-old, and the 3-year-old was like, suck my nuts, and then called me a bunch of slurs.
何かやらかすんなら昼間にしとけ。
I like this guy's voice acting.
It's got a pretty good voice. Books have been read many times. This guy's a reader. We got a reader here.
Look at my books. I love Harry Potter.
Pot of oil on the shelf.
My favorite Harry Potter book is the one where they go to the coal mines.
was that a Harry Potter book?
No, I was referring to the mine shaft
Oh,
level.
well, it wasn't coal mines. It was like
What kind of mine was it exactly?
it wasn't even a mine. It was just going through the systems of the bank to get to my vault.
My favorite Harry Potter book is the one with the nondescript mine shaft that you use to go from bank to bank. I love the part where the floors are all slippery.
Jesus.
I love those goblins.
Oh no.
Run away!
Look, it's a girl.
Oh
ま
no!
だ店は開けてないわよ。
We're not open. Well, then why is the door unlocked?
Looks like she's interested in me.
それ
Yo,
ベラ
yo, I think she wants it.
That's the pipe we just got from that guy back in the caravan.
私
Yeah, she wants my pipe, that's
Oh
right.
my god.
その笛は村に伝わる宝だったの。でも村は帝国に焼かれちゃってね。多分私が最後の生き残り。
それならこれ受け取ってくれないか。
いいの？でもどうして？大地、それどこで手に入れたの？
つまり見つけたんだよ、村の焼け跡で。でもほら、僕が持ってるよりは。
ありがとう。それじゃあ遠慮なくもらっとくわ。
Well, we delivered to her the pipe.
Yeah, we did.
Dirty table.
You know what? Even though everybody else hates us, at least we can still get bitches.
Hell yeah. They killed Kenny.
Oh my god!
Someone scratched that on the table.
Do you think that was on purpose?
Oh, that had to be a reference.
You think they
There's
knew?
no
Because South
way.
Park was around. Because South Park has been around
Uh-huh.
forever.
There's no way that wasn't on purpose.
I feel like it's, it's kind of funny. I've always thought this was funny, is that, like, everybody makes the joke about, The Simpsons, they've been around forever, and they should have stopped making, they should have stopped, whatever, decades ago. But, like, South Park is only maybe 5 years old, like, younger than The Simpsons.
Uh-huh.
And nobody says that about South Park. And I don't think it's, like, South Park's, like, that much better nowadays than The Simpsons. I just think that, like, I don't know. I think people don't realize how old that show is.
Yeah, also the drop-off I don't think was as drastic with South Park.
あんたは
Yeah, that's a good point. Even at its best, South Park has always been a, like, very immature show. So, like, no one really expects them to be, I guess, like, quote-unquote good or whatever. I don't know.
それに触るな。
ごめん、珍しい。
I guess there's a sophistication that is expected of The Simpsons.
それほどの細工はめったに見られんぞ。それはな、わしの仲間たちの形見だ。
I like his voice too.
生死を共にした英雄だったが、
He sounds angry.
What do you think about my wall? It's got lots of tools on it. Look at my squiggly tool.
一人を
I've got a tool that's got a toilet seat attached to it.
そいつのことはもうどう
Got a
でも
trowel.
とにかく仲間の敵を撃たねばならん。お前もハンターなら
I got a hammer and a sickle. Make of that what you will.
ここはあまり
Is he based?
公正生
I am not at liberty to say.
公正
And I
But
gotta
yes.
keep talking to him.
ここ公正ここは
Would you like to read my pamphlets?
お前狩りを始めてどれくらいになる？
手伝いだったら昔からやってたけど。
ほうどのくらい仕込まれて
Here,
る
would you
の
like
か
to read my little red book?
試してやろう。
Alright, against a ball door, where is it safe? You know,
Oob? Was I supposed to be paying attention?
Yeah.
Is it back?
そうだそれでいい。
Soda! How do you kill a Latham?
I mean, I suppose you gotta find its hidden weakness, right? That's what we've been doing for all these enemies.
そうだそれでいい。
Soda!
Yeah! I know.
What
I know
makes a
what's up.
Nanded Swarm scatter?
Oh, well, you gotta get the queen. That I know.
そうだそれでいい。
Soda, yeah, soda.
Name a characteristic of the Lazara.
Does it spray acid?
No. It dodges lasers.
そうだそれでいい。
Which do not live in the valley.
I don't fucking know.
That's
well,
Hoppers.
it's not the Arachnoth because we fought him in a valley.
What's summoned by a Pludger?
Worms?
Nah, we haven't seen any worms. It says...
Kanye?
Yeah!
そうだ、それでいい。
What is that? Canids?
Nanids. What's the
What
Horned
are the
Strider's
Horned
attack?
Strider's attack?
Dirt.
That's a great album. Dirt, yeah.
That's a pretty good album. It's not my favorite
fight-
Alice in Chains
They
album.
fight you
but-
with songs about heroin addiction.
Yep.
That's what they do.
And
It's
chairs.
is it the paralyzing shard?
Soda.
それでいい。
That shard sure is paralyzing, just like the Finger 11 song.
Magnata or Gelada? Which is stronger?
Well, I love gelato.
Well, you're wrong. It's Magnata, urchins.
そうだ、それでいい。大
That's
したや
fucking
つだ
bullshit.
な。お前を見ていると若い頃を思い出す。ほれ、これを持ってい
You
る。
have passed the test of communism. I mean, of
こんな貴重な
knowledge.
ものを。
遠慮せんでいい。持っていけ。
Alright, well, we got a gun
お前のよう
part.
なやつこそ生き
You are officially part of the proletariat.
Godspeed, comrade.
Godspeed.
We're meeting so many interesting characters.
Yeah, this game has a lot of NPCs, believe it or not. Still trying
It's
to find where
just
the
like
store
Pokemon.
was. Oh
見か
god.
けねえ顔だな。
Yeah, who needs Pokemon? Fuck Pokemon. We've got Panzer Dragoon.
そういうあんたは何なん
But
だ
there aren't Pokemon in Panzer Dragoon.
That's true. There are no Turtwigs in Panzer Dragoon, and that's a real problem.
This game doesn't have Diglett.
It doesn't have Diglett. It also doesn't have Jinx.
Is that a bad thing?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is that's a point in its favor. Is it doesn't have Jinx. It doesn't have fucking. What's a terrible Pokemon?
Mr. Mime.
It doesn't have Mr. Mime. Which
Yeah, no, you-
means Obama would not like this game, because
No.
Obama loves Mr.
That's his
Mime.
favorite Pokemon.
It's his favorite. Alright.
Trying to find the shop that was around, or that the guide is saying is around.
Why is every house in this area made out of, like, vinyl?
We're in the poor district. Or actually, we are in the liberal district of Zoa right now, so.
Like, everything looks like some sort of, like, quarantined, like, one of those big tents you put around,
It's not tents, they're
okay.
like built into the stone and stuff.
I guess that my point is I'm not really sure what the architecture is, what's going on with this area architecturally speaking.
This isn't the shop, is it?
お前もここ
No. Where is it? Game, please help me. I don't remember shit, apparently. Oh, did I just... It's right here. I'm fucking stupid.
Haha.
That's fine. Got to explore the village a little bit.
Yeah.
Anything I want to sell to him? I probably don't need my shield chips. I'm gonna sell 2 of them so I can get the sniper. There we go.
毎度
Alright, I think I've done everything.
The building
I
that
think I
kind of
got it,
wraps
actually.
the building that wraps around the area here, it kind of looks like it's made out of a large intestine.
I think this is the entrance. Yep, I gotta wait until nightfall. So, I can.
Maybe we'll get some nice nightfall atmosphere.
And look at the sunset.
This is kind of like the this is what I meant earlier. Like I think the last stream or whatever when I was talking about like you don't have to have great graphics. Like I'm picking on the sort of like these buildings are made out of intestines, but like if you utilize your color palette well, you can still make an area that's got personality. Like look at this little guy in his little Fisher Price vehicle.
Yeah, this game's just got really interesting art direction.
Well, everybody's got a little, distinct little.
Alright, let's make an order. And it tastes horrible. Whoops,
But it's illuminating.
うまいよ。
本当か？なんか苦しそうだぜ。
そんなことないさ。
I'm definitely not gonna shit my pants.
根性あるじゃねえか気に入ったぜ。こいつは圧倒的なハンターさんよ。
And we got an item for it.
帝国っていや聞いたか？黒い空中戦艦の話。
黒い船？この近くにいるのか？
でけえ声出すんじゃねえよ。噂だ噂。塔を探してうろうろしてるそうだぜ。塔？森の向こうにあるっていう遺跡よ。詳しいことはパイットにでも聞きな。
ここに住んでる人か？
ここじゃねえよ。隣の新世紀さ。
Yeah, we're in the Lib district.
毎日いじり回してる変人よ。
Libs.
記録機械とかをこしらえてな。そいつで塔の絵を描いたんだとよ。ほれ、見てみな。
Yeah, what if... Hey, I have a great idea. What if this channel made political commentary?
Oh, that would be horrible. Because I don't know anything is the problem.
That would be so good for the culture if we started talking about politics.
Jesus.
Here's what I got to say about Trump.
Let's check out the only part of the town that we haven't been to yet, over here.
You want to know my honest opinion about Trump? It's my for real honest opinion. No jokes, no bits. You want to know? You want to know?
Yeah, I'd love to know. Please tell me. In great detail, actually.
I really enjoyed the boss fight with him in Panzer Dragoon Saga.
That hasn't happened yet.
I thought
Spoilers.
he did a great job as the final boss in this game.
Spoilers, bro. You're gonna piss off all the libs.
What if, I would like Trump a lot more if he was just made out of polygons.
I would like most people
if he
more
just
if they
had
were just polygon people.
Like his face was just like a bunch of blurry pixels. I think that would make him more endearing to me.
And
I'm not
it
afraid to
would
say
at least
that.
be easier to stomach seeing him.
I think it's cool that we have a president that's made out of small intestines. I think that's very progressive of us to not hold that against him. Did you know? So, Benito Mussolini. Cool. You ever hear of that guy?
Yeah, once or twice.
You ever hear of that dude? So, when they killed him, they famously they hung him upside down, in some town square in Italy with a bunch of other people, and then all the townspeople came out and just beat the shit out of the corpse. And have you ever? I don't suppose you've ever seen a picture of what his face looked like after the townspeople. His face looks like PS1 pixels. Like there's kind of like a mouth, like you can see his mouth, and then the rest of his face kind of looks like the characters in this game.
Hell yeah.
Make what you will of the fact that that was the thought that I had after talking about Trump being made out of pixels. Okay, make what you will of that.
I'm not drawing any conclusions.
Would you like to look at my little red book?
This guy looks like Mr. Mime. What the fuck's his problem?
Just wearing a helmet.
Well, so am I. I look better than this guy.
I listen to Helmet. I don't look any better than that guy.
要するに俺のもの
Da-da-da,
あんたの知りはないね
na-na-na.
Here's a controversial opinion. Meantime is just an okay album, and Betty is a million times better.
Oh, Betty's their best album.
ないけどな
I mean, we both agree on that, but I think Meantime is their most popular album.
Well, you know, it's their most famous album.
ゲオルギウスの話を知ってるか
I'm sure if you talk to the Helmet community,
そこに行けば9
you know, if you go onto the Helmet subreddit, I'm sure they all agree with us. Probably legit Helmet fans like their first whatever the
I would
fucking-
imagine.
the first album that sounds like, you know,
こいつを修理してるんだが
it just sounds like it was made in fucking
あそこはまだ人が入ったことがない
hell, basically.
I like that one. At
That's
least
why
from what
it's
I've heard of
good.
it.
I'm not complaining. It just sounds like it was made by Satan.
場所を教えてやってもいいぜんじゃよろしく
Yeah, basically, this dude, Pike, tells us where to go next.
Have you ever heard either the Helmet or the Deftones cover of Sinatra? Like the original or the cover? Have you
Oh,
heard
yeah,
either
I've
of
heard both.
them? Okay. Because that song, like, obviously Deftones didn't exist when that song was written, but that song sounds like it was written to be covered by Deftones.
Yeah, you've said that before.
It rules. Both versions rule.
I'm a big fan of the original, personally. Deftones version's okay, but I like the original better.
Well, it's like usually the thing with covers is like usually the best type of cover is a cover done by a band that's kind of a, you know, like maybe doesn't seem like a perfect fit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, they're kind of doing something kind of out of their normal and they kind of make it, you know, they kind of like reform it and make it into their own kind of thing. But like that one's kind of a cool example of like a cover from a band that's very similar that still works in my opinion.
And now that we've given the pipe to this guy that we wanted, or the pipe that this guy wanted us to give.
ベラとの生き残りって人
Remember when
預かったもの
Shinedown covered fucking
Don't mind me, man. Simple man.
I didn't even have to finish the sentence.
合わなくて
It's because it's bad.
あんたもそこの人だったんだろ
What are you talking about?
せる顔がないんだよ
The fact that it's bad.
どうして
I think it was cool that they made that cover out of intestines.
あんたにも教えてもいいかなちょうどあんた
I just don't think that it was cool that they made that cover at all.
帝国の傭兵になった汚い仕事だけど
What's going on? I have been very distracted by my own stupid thoughts. What's going on in the game?
He's just telling us about his homeland.
でもそこは俺の村のあるところだったんだ
I was
そして村
deserted.
に知らせに行ったが空中戦艦の方がずっと早かった村に着いたとこが焼け跡し
Damn. Wait, is this the guy who we went to the place
No.
and it was all fucked up? Oh, so just everybody's planet's getting fucked up.
I mean, a lot of people have lost their homes, so.
Those goddamn Craymen.
村を帝国に売った裏切り者だからな
でも本当は違うんだろ
死んだみんなにとっては同じことさ
That's what you call, you know, environmental storytelling.
Yeah, a lot of NPCs in this game actually do have somewhat fleshed out stories. And I think our next location is gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
Gorgeous!
Oh no. Well, that looks unfriendly. Well, don't fly into it, Jesus.
Wow, maybe we have to.
No,
Hey,
this is a bad idea.
that's a good idea. Fuck you.
No.
You don't know what you're doing. Have you ever flown a dragon before?
You don't know my life.
Alright, before I go there, let's, equip the Triburst part that I just got from that dude from, not from the dude that I just talked to, but from the one, in the village. Well, let's just go towards the tornado. And that makes it really easy to just shoot the fuck out of them from behind. Whoops, I was supposed to go over here. That's right. And we knocked off some armor, it looks like.
We pantsed them.
Oh, I see. That makes a safe zone in the back. That's right. You gotta remember, it's been a hot minute since I've played this game.
Good fight.
Nice cock.
Well, good cock. That feel when the cock is just good.
Oh yeah, so speaking of excellent things, I listened to Atrocity Exhibition again today.
I agree, very excellent.
It's a very good album. I like it.
You're listening to our good friend, Daniel Brown.
Daniel Moreno.
Daniel Moreno, yes. That's his Christian name.
Uh-huh.
I thought it was cool that Danny Brown shows up in this game as a supporting character.
When does that happen? I missed that.
Well, he was talking about it. I was like, yeah, I'm from Detroit, and then the Craymen showed up.
And I told him to lick my balls.
I told him to lick my asshole. And then I freestyle on him.
I fucked his bitch.
I fucked his bitch and his mom and his grandma.
Alright, a lot of crazy shit going on here. Got a map at least. And I think if I go around here... Save point somewhere. Right there. Alrighty. What am I supposed to do here? Am I just supposed to go towards that? He's coming.
Is he coming up?
He's coming up. He did. Alright, well, they activated the Guardians. I'm sure that's fine.
The Cleveland Guardians?
Oh, one can only wish. I do want my baseball. That's not what I needed.
Fucking Jim Tomey walks up and he's like, Cleveland isn't the same since the Craymen showed up. Craymen took over ownership and then he just sold the team off.
What a hoe.
He wanted to move the team to Florida.
Wait, did that actually happen? Like,
No, I'm referencing the movie Major League.
Oh, gotcha. I don't think I've ever seen that one. Oh, something hit me. And that starts a battle.
Yeah, the plot of the movie is well, at the time, the Cleveland Indians, and the owner wants to sell the team, or move the team to Florida.
Ah.
And then the players are like, well, if we win the World Series, then they'll have to stay in Cleveland. Which is very funny, because I feel like in real life, I feel like a team could win the World Series in some weird underdog story. This team would still be like, well, no, we're moving. We get a new stadium in Las Vegas, and that will triple the value of our franchise. So, yeah, cute. Real cute.
Well, I mean, I remember there was, wasn't there a thing with Seattle where they were planning on relocating and then they won the ALDS that year that ended up keeping them in Seattle?
I don't know. Maybe in the past this was a viable way to keep your team from relocating, but if a team really wants to go, they'll find a fucking way to make. I mean, it's kind of funny the A's what they did because they basically like anti-moneyballed themselves. Like, how can we extract as much value as possible from our franchise? You know, instead of like trying to find the guy who throws funny to make the team win, they're like, do we have anybody who's just like missing limbs? Anybody who like, you know, has like, you know, they like one of their eyes doesn't work.
I have osteoporosis.
They're just throwing guys who are cross-eyed out on the mound.
Alright, well, I can try to go inside of this ship here. Well,
and we are going to make sure a major league does not happen with this team.
Whoops, that's not what I meant to do. I got the ship parts. Which actually is what I needed to do here. We needed to get the ship parts for that guy, Pyatt, in the village that we talked to.
It's the magical thing about the Chicago White Sox is that I don't think they were tanking last year. I think they just, like, were that
they were that bad?
Yes. I think it was complete accident that they were that bad.
I mean, that would be amazing. How are they doing this year? I haven't really checked the standings.
They're fucking bad!
Are they as bad as they started out last year?
Well, I don't know how they started out, but they're not good. Hold on, let me look up their record.
Like, I want to know if they can outdo themselves.
I mean, like, they won a couple games.
Like, I want to see if they can do even worse this year.
They're 5-17.
That's not good.
Worth pointing out, they're not the worst team in the league. The worst team in the league right now is the Rockies.
Oh, wow. What are
Rockies are 4-7. They're 4-17. Their
Ah.
winning percentage right now is 190.
God.
And fun fact, they just beat the Nationals last night. Ha 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 ha.
くだらねえガラクタで俺をごまかせるとでも思ってんのか。どうせその辺の遺跡から拾ってきたんだろうが、このパエット様は騙されねえ。
So he doesn't think the ship parts that I found are good enough.
Well, fuck him.
So we gotta go back to
俺
Gorgeous.
が驚くようなものを拾ってくるまで、当の話はできねえな。
He's like, suck my dick, bitch. Fuck you. So we go
I don't
back.
know.
Well, you know who's doing good this season? I don't know, not any teams that we like.
The Padres?
They're okay, I guess.
Let me see, who's... I don't know why I didn't just keep my MLB app open. So, the best team in the AL right now is the Yankees. and the best team in the NL right now is the San Diego Padres.
Well, at least the Padres more than the Dodgers, so.
Yes, they are half a game up on the Dodgers right now. Actually, three out of the 5 teams in the NL West are equal to or better than the Yankees right now. So
Okay.
the West is popping. The Diamondbacks are actually, they're doing pretty good, and they're in 4th place.
Huh.
But
Anyway,
you know,
this is what I neglected to go in last time.
oh, this is trippy.
Inside of the Shellcoof, which is the name
This
of
is
the
a fucking wipeout level right here.
ship. And I can't get any further because my dragon's lasers aren't strong enough. But there was also a hole in the side of the ship that I should probably check out.
Yeah, enough of this baseball shit.
Oh, never enough baseball.
Ichiro.
He's the hitman.
What if, like, one of the characters showed up and it was Ichiro, and he was like, I got a dragon.
And he certainly would have still been playing in Japan at this time.
Ichiro's got he's like, I got a dragon, and it's just a giant Shiba Inu.
Aww. And it tells him, hey, you should play with Seattle. Yeah, if you didn't know, Ichiro, I'm telling the non-existent audience out there, if you didn't know, one time Ichiro Suzuki declined to tell his dog's name to the media because he didn't have the dog's permission. Which is, like, the most Ichiro thing ever. I love it.
I refuse to believe any game would be made worse by having Ichiro show up on a flying Shiba Inu. I mean, I challenge you. I challenge you to come up with a game where that would not improve it. Like, actually think about it.
Yeah, I can't.
There's not a single game. Dark Souls?
Better with Ichiro.
It would make that. It would make it better.
What?
Ape Escape?
Better with Ichiro.
Cooking Mama?
Yo, I want to cook with Ichiro.
On his flying Shiba Inu?
Yeah. That he definitely has.
船内に合流しておけ。出港が近い。
Well, we got knocked out by someone who's not Ichiro.
おい、誰が寝ていいって言った？
だから何度も言ってるじゃないか。僕らも襲われたんだ。
ふざけるなよ、このハンター崩れが。クレイメンにいくらもらった？あ？
I'm not with Craymen. Stop saying I'm with Craymen.
エッジ君。
Edgy-kun.
Edge, my boy.
彼
A bore.
塔の力を使い、再びこの世界を
What if, you know, I'm wondering what the thought process was behind the Edge.
It's better than the protagonist of Panzer Dragoon 1, who's named Kyle.
That's true. I guess it depends on, like, is the point in his name being Edge that they're trying to be edgy, or, you know, I guess worst case scenario, it's a U2 reference.
Oh god. That is the worst case scenario. I don't know, because this game really isn't that edgy. Like, it does have some, like, dark politics in it and stuff, but...
There's genocide.
Yeah, but I mean, it's...
That's pretty edgy.
Yeah, but it's not presented as, like, the edgiest thing ever, you know? It's just part of the story. Okay, that's kind of edgy.
Shut up! Why are you crying?
Yeah, you generally didn't have torture in video games back in the 90s, I'll give it that.
このまま機関艦隊に引き渡しますか。待て。これを見ろ。これはクレイメンめ。我々が思っている以上に情報を掴んでいるようだ。では、すでにどうへ。だとしても、ここで発掘したあれを使う。
What is it?
It's it.
とにかく。
What is it?
報告を急ぐ。
It's it!
I thought that was an appropriate time to make a Faith No More reference.
It's always an appropriate time to make a Faith No More reference.
I suppose it would be a very strange time to commit to being like, oh, this is a very solemn experience.
Shh.
You know,
Hey, it's Gash again.
10 minutes removed from Ichiro on a flying Shiba Inu showing up in Cooking Mama.
I mean, if instead of Gash we saw Ichiro on a flying Shiba Inu, that would have deflated the tension a little bit.
You think that would be so good? That's what I'm saying.
It would be good, but it would deflate the tension.
Beep.
We're going into purple alert.
Beep.
Yeah, get karate'd.
帝国戦艦ってな、意外と隠れ場所があってな。帝国がヤバいものを発掘したっていうから便乗して見に来たのさ。お前がいるとは思いもしなかったな。
I know this is a multi-disc game, but I do think it's kind of ambitious that they did have cutscenes this long in it.
見かけの割には大丈夫そうだ。行くぞ。
行くってどこに？
甲板に脱出するんだ。相棒が待ってる。お前のな。早く。
Well, good thing our dragon was waiting for us.
帝国がここに来た目的。50年前にここに落ちたドラゴンになれるんです。話は後だ。帝国戦艦が来るぞ。
Alright, well, let me check something really quick. Yeah, I had the wrong gun part on. Let's change that to this, High Vulcan. And go back to this zone.
Danger, danger, High Vulcan. When we took.
When we get this.
Stop shooting me, you fuck.
No. Yeah, great fight.
Man, the bullets that they're shooting at us
Yeah.
are like the same size as us. Like, how are they not fucking blowing us out of the sky?
Because we're on a dragon, and dragons are badass.
Like, they're in a big old airship, and we're one little dragon, and they're like...
Yeah, but an airship isn't a dragon, so obviously you fail.
I'm just saying, wait, what are they shooting Nerf bullets at us?
Alright, now we got the real boss.
死んでるんじゃなかったのか。
わからん。だが、ドラゴン
Sounds
選手は
crazy.
その使命を果たすためなら何度でも蘇るって聞いたことがある。もしかすると、お前のドラゴンに反応しているのかもしれん。
Alright. It's time to do video games.
Yep. Alright, we're starting off in front of it, so immediately I'm gonna wanna switch to the sniper. So this thing has some weak points. We're just gonna let it laser me while I charge up my gauges. And whoops, wrong way? Did I go the wrong way? Hold up. Yep, I need to go to this front instead. Not sure what that light particle charge thing does, but let's just avoid that. Yep, it looks like it just goes behind it. Alrighty. And that's anti-laser, so let's gun it. I don't think that actually is a weak point, so I was kind of wrong. That's fine. It's not gonna hurt to stay on the sniper, because I think we might have a weak point eventually. There we go. We just wait for it to come back online. And there it goes.
Like, come on.
What?
That would fuck us up so bad.
They're just lasers. We're another
This
dragon. We got our
guy-
own lasers.
6 billion times bigger than us. How are his lasers so underpowered compared to ours?
We're a badass.
But how?
He hasn't leveled up.
So you're saying he's a paper tiger? He's just a fucking big boy, but he's not actually that strong?
Yeah. I'm gonna heal up a little bit. Also, I have the power to heal. He doesn't.
I don't know.
Like, yeah, just because this dragon's bigger than me doesn't mean it's better than me. Size isn't everything, Oob.
I guess you're right.
Alright, now it's going berserk, so we just gotta go behind it. 'Cause all of its zones are dangerous now. However, we got an actual weak point. Just looks like 2 hits with the sniper will take that out. Yep. Okay, that should have taken us out of the sky.
I thought we were badass.
Okay, but that was like literally bigger than we were, and it just clipped through us. And our dragon evolves again. And we now are the Stripe Wing.
Our horn got bigger.
Yeah. And we got some rainbows on our wings. And we just immediately go back to camp.
We are gayer and hornier.
Let's take a look at our dragon type. And it looks like when it evolves, it reverts to the normal model, so it's pure defense. Their agility, which looks pretty dope, not gonna lie.
Yeah. We should make our decision just based on how badass it makes our dragon look.
Attack does give us some purple. And spiritual model, meh. I'm thinking attack agility would be really cool. More attack than agility? Yeah, more attack than agility. This looks awesome.
Mandibles.
That's awesome. I'm loving that. Let's give him a little pet. Oh, we're just gonna let him sleep for now. What's up, bro?
おかげで助かったよ。ありがとう。
これで貸し借りなしだな。ところでエイジ、体の方なんともないのか？
ああ、大丈夫。大したことないよ。
あれ？ってやつか？
さあ、よくわからないけど。
Alright, well, I am going to wait until morning so I can, of course, pet my dragon. Oh, the dragon's responding to me. Is this what it feels like to form a bond? He does look happy.
Weeshna.
Also, I like how you can actually get pushed around by the geometry of his face. See?
Well, he's got a lot of geometry going on.
Yeah, well, you know, he does have a big face. And I think that's probably a good place to save and leave off for tonight.
All right.
We've already finished the first disc, so we're making some pretty good progress here. And now I have, an ending stream slide that we can sit on for a bit.
Oh my god!
So we can just kind of chill out, do a bit of a cool down if we want to, or we can just end things. We can just do whatever we want.
This channel has everything.
Yeah, I'm actually slowly getting more professional with this
Oh
shit.
my god! If I was watching the stream right now, I would just fucking subscribe and leave a like and a comment talking about how much I love the new end screen, which I haven't seen yet. I'm hoping it's not something stupid that's gonna make me
It's the
feel
same as
miserable.
like the starting stream changing game
Oh.
screen. It's just the Cruelty Squad image with ending stream over it. I like how we have that as our like part of our channel branding when I've never played Cruelty Squad on stream or in fact for more than an hour.
Well, you don't have to admit that.
I mean, I don't think Cruelty Squad is one of those games you have to play through to really appreciate, you know what I mean? I think Cruelty Squad is one of those things that you either you get it or you don't, you know? And I think I get Cruelty Squad.
But with that said, you have 100%ed it, right?
Oh yeah, it's just in the shop.
Yeah, it's in the shop.
My
It's
save
getting
file,
the-
you know?
It's getting new windshield wipers.
Yep. Yeah, that was Panzer Dragoon for today, and I am quite enjoying this stream. This is a fun game. This is an easy game. It's just kind of a nice cool down from whatever the fuck Croc was.
Oh, yeah.
I did not think I was gonna get so frustrated with that game, dude.
I don't think I did either. At least not when we, planned to do it.
You're
I mean,
right. I was just thinking like, oh hey, cute PS1 mascot platformer.
How many streams did we do of Croc?
I think like 2.5.
Okay, yeah, I was like 3 sessions where Croc was involved. Because I feel like by the second stream, I kind of was like, what? You know, the first stream was, we got it. Yes, because I remember we did like 20% the first stream. And we
Uh-huh.
were like, oh, yeah, we'll knock this out in like 5 streams. And then the second one, it was like we got to 32. And that was when we got to the Sandy level and you were all pissed.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know about this. And then, like,
I thought I just
And then-
needed a little bit of a break from that game, but then when I came back to it and it just kept getting more bullshit, I was like,
no, I think that there were too many like fundamental
yeah.
like. I mean,
I don't want to say it's a bad game because I don't think it's a bad game, but
there are fundamentally broken things about it though.
Uh-huh.
Like the iframe, like you don't have iframes. Like you get hit, you lose your gems, and you would think that like
yeah,
like
it
in
flashed
Sonic,
for a
you
second.
in Sonic, which is I guess the closest analog to the whole like losing your gems thing. You
Mhm.
lose your rings, and then you have a minute or whatever. You have like 5 seconds to like gather whatever rings you can with your iframes.
Yep.
But there's just no iframes, so it's like why even fucking have the diamond system?
Yeah, it's kind of. I mean, if you run into an enemy, yeah, the gems thing kind of works. But if you fall
mean, it
into
doesn't
like a damaging
really,
pit or
no.
something, you're just fucked.
And it barely works with enemies.
Right. And like there are
Like-
certain pits in that game where it's like, well, theoretically, yeah, you might be able to fall into it and
Like,
get out,
in
but with
practice,
the physics in that
no.
game, there's a slope there, so good luck.
And like when it, like we talked a little bit about like the camera doesn't fucking like sit still. Like you can't you don't seem to have like very precise control over the camera in
You
terms
don't really
of
have
like
good
making.
control over much of anything in that game.
Well, like I guess I just mean that like it's hard enough to. It's a platforming game where the camera is moving while you're jumping, and you can't really like keep track of where you're actually going.
Yeah.
But that's a game we didn't play today. How do we feel about Panzer Dragoon, the game we did play?
I mean, you already know I like this game. That's why I wanted to play it. It's
Indeed.
it's just a very vibey RPG. It's got a good story going on. A lot of it is told through like supplemental text through in-game books and stuff that we're not reading because we're doing a high energy, low IQ playthrough. But even then, like I think the game is still communicating the broad strokes well enough through the cutscenes and whatnot. I think the game does tell its story well, and the supplemental stuff is just supplemental.
I like that it has a big dragon in it.
Yeah, that's a cool thing. It's got a few big dragons in it, and that's always good.
And I like the vibes. The vibes are good in this game.
Yeah, it's just a game with a very strong vision, and that's something that I very much appreciate about it.
Yeah. I mean, really, do you think that if the Saturn was a more successful console in America, do you think that Panzer Dragoon might have been a more successful game? Or is
It's hard to say because like those games kind of were the system sellers in a way for most people that actually did have a Saturn. So it's like if the Saturn did better, Panzer Dragoon kind of just would have done better by default, you know what I mean? Because none of it was properly marketed over here. It wasn't properly released over here,
Mm-hmm. I wonder if there was a barrier with the fact that it's the language, like the made up language,
Right.
none of which is English.
And then Saga, they didn't like. There is like dialogue in it that's in a real language, but they didn't localize that to English. All the other dialogue is just in Japanese, which I don't have a problem with. But a lot of people, especially back in 98 or whatever, probably would have been like, I don't want to fucking read my RPGs.
For marketability, well, I mean, I don't know. How long is this game? Is this like, how many?
It's like 15, 20 hours ish.
So we're probably we got plenty more Dragoon to go then.
I mean, we're midway through the second disc, so I think we're about quarter of the way through the game. First disc starts off a little slowly. It has a lot of cutscenes, you know?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty good place to actually stop streaming for today. So we'll see you next time for more Panzer Dragoon Saga.
Alrighty.